SL News starts now.
This means that the UK has voted to leave the European Union.
Voters in the United Kingdom chose to leave the European Union, sending shockwaves around the world. The first impact we saw in the U.S. was a drop for stocks. News specialist Jed Boal talked to a financial analyst to find out how, if at all, it will impact us here. Hey, Jed.
Well, most of us will probably notice very little difference, but here at the London market in Salt Lake City, they are flying the flag at half-staff to show their disappointment. But not all natives of the UK living in Utah feel that way about it.
I would have voted to exit.
Eric Gilzine owns Edinburgh Castle in downtown Salt Lake City. The native Scot is happy about Brexit for a couple of reasons.
Well, it means we buy goods cheaper, less expensive, because I don't pay as much for the British pound right now.
Right now, he can buy kilts, ties, and family crests for less. Politically, he favors the move too. As a student of Winston Churchill, Gilzine says it makes sense.
And he would have run a mile from this thing. He wanted Britain to be a sovereign nation.
For most Utahns,
ultimately, it likely won't have a huge impact, but there's uncertainty now.
Doug Wells, a partner of the Albion Financial Group, has this advice for an investor with a 401k and other stocks.
To not look at your 401k, to not react on this. It's going to take some time to play out, but it's probably going to be volatile.
3 years from now?
It's likely to be more of a blip than anything, and folks are probably well advised to let this play out before they make any adjustments to their personal investments.
Been here 62 years.
Long term, Gilzine does not think the move will impact his business much either.
A free gift for coming in today.
But he's optimistic about the future of his homeland.
Things change, and what looks like a panic button today, you've 30 days behind you, and then you'll say, hey, that wasn't so bad.
He says the Brits are resilient people and will come out of this just fine. And here's something to consider. If you've thought about a trip to Britain, now is not a bad time. The dollar's very strong. Guys?
All right, Jed, great tip there. Thank you. Well, one of the most noticeable impacts was on Wall Street as the Dow Jones Industrial fell more than 600 points. The Nasdaq fell more than 200 and the S&P fell 76 points. Today's drop makes for the worst day for the market since August of 2011 and erased all gains made this year.